This is Gylfie and Dryer, the barn owl pair here at Fotherdale. This is their first breeding season together, and Dryer's first time courting. They've faced some tough fights. But they've overcome these challenges. And on the 31st of May, Gylfie lays her first egg. Join me as I follow them through their breeding season, as they add to their clutch, and Dryer steps up his game. They welcome new life into the nest. And the chicks develop into fluffy young barn owls. It's now early June and 4 days since Gylfie laid her first egg in Elmston. She usually lays eggs every 2 to 5 days, so the next egg should be here soon. Dryer comes over from Ash and looks under Gylfie's tail feathers. But there's still only one egg. But 7 hours later, Gylfie reveals her second. And 3 days later, a third. When Gylfie stands up to stretch her legs, Dryer seizes the opportunity to look at the 3 precious eggs. He's not had his own before, but as he steps closer, a protective Gylfie sees him off. Four days later, on the 11th of June, the 4th egg is laid. This is Gylfie's 6th brood, and she typically lays 3 to 4 eggs each time. She doesn't lay any more. This brood is complete. For the next 32 days, Gylfie will take on the role as sole incubator, whilst Dryer provides food for her. I spot Dryer hunting in a nearby field, and he dives into the grass. He brings in a freshly caught vole and leads Gylfie across the nest. While she consumes his catch, he inspects the eggs. Only last month, Dryer didn't know he was supposed to be the provider, and chased female Gylfie around the nest when she returned with food. But Gylfie's new partner has come on in leaps and bounds. He's unstoppable, bringing in a variety of prey while Gylfie incubates the eggs. Delivering rats, mice, and voles. Barn owls need about 4 items of prey each night, as they can eat up to 1/3 of their body weight daily. Gylfie rarely leaves the nest because she needs to keep the eggs constantly warm. But one time when Dryer arrives, Gylfie's nowhere to be seen. He drops the food and proceeds to check the eggs. making sure they're all fine, before calling Gylfie in a panic. But Gylfie's an experienced owl, and she was only stretching her wings, and returned soon. The eggs are safe under her control. A couple of days later, one of the eggs rolls away from the others. But she quickly spots it and expertly rolls it back underneath her. It's now 31 days since the first egg was laid, and Gylfie and Dryer's hard work has paid off. As night falls here at Fotherdale, Gylfie helps the first chick out of its shell. I'm amazed how gentle these birds can be. This chick comes into the world almost bald and completely blind, but will soon develop a thin layer of down, and will open its eyes between 1 and 2 weeks old. As Gylfie stands to stretch over the next few days, I get some amazing views of this little owlet. Throughout incubation, brooding and chick development, barn owls continue to mate, maintaining those lifelong bonds. I notice a squirrel outside the nest, a real danger to the eggs and chick. They won't like this, the squirrel's getting closer. Gylfie and Dryer dart out of elm stump, but accidentally throw the chick across the nest. This isn't good. At this age, that chick won't be able to move about, so I'm going to pop it back where it should be. I did it as quickly as possible, and hopefully Gylfie will be back soon. She returns 15 minutes later to the calls of her chick. And only the next day, the second chick is hatching. And that evening, Dryer sees the second chick for the first time. And seems transfixed. Two days later, she's removing another broken eggshell. There must be a third chick under her. And that evening, as she rounds up an escapee, I get a brief look at the new chick. Gylfie really does have her hands full. But one thing she doesn't need to fret about is getting enough food. Dryer is really proving his worth, delivering over and over, again and again, forming a cache of wild prey around Gylfie in the nest. He's keen to remind her of his hard work, returning one morning to show Gylfie just how much food is delivered. but maybe too much food. So he grabs a snack and takes a wood mouse for the road. Gylfie's previous partner Finn was very attentive and would spend his days by her side. Her current partner Dryer is a bit more hands-off and is spending his time next door in Ashstump. Five days later, the fourth chick hatches, and it doesn't look very strong. That night, Gylfie pulls the smallest chick from under her. It's still alive, but it isn't looking good. Over the next couple of days, the chick is getting worse. Intervening isn't possible here. It could put Gylfie and Dryer off and put all four chicks at risk. Unfortunately, the chick dies, and Gylfie feeds it to the remaining three. This isn't rare in birds of prey. They will eat their own chicks before they start decomposing, to avoid attracting scavengers to the nest, and to keep their remaining chicks fed. I decide to name the remaining chicks Thunder, Storm and Cloud. Gylfie does a fantastic job of feeding all the chicks, tearing the prey up into bite-sized chunks. But new parent Dryer is not as clued up, and when he delivers prey, he doesn't know what to do, giving the item whole to the chicks. They can't eat it like this yet, as they're too young, so they drop it. He waits for Gylfie to lend a helping hand. And the next evening, I'm amazed. Storm, at less than 2 weeks old, eats a vole in one go. You can see it in her throat, amazing. And she's still hungry. Barn owl chicks are in the nest for around 8 weeks, and these three are growing quickly. And soon the eldest, Thunder, is too big to be brooded. And clearly getting more inquisitive, Thunder starts to explore the nest. And with frequent prey deliveries, it doesn't take long before all 3 chicks are too big to be brooded. It's late July and the chicks are now around 3 weeks old. And they're able to thermoregulate, meaning they don't need Gylfie to keep them warm. But Gylfie will stay nearby, watching over these young barn owls. It's been an amazing couple of months following this barn owl pair, as they had a clutch of 4 eggs that all successfully hatched. Sadly, they lost one of their chicks, but the other 3 are developing well, thanks to Gylfie's care and Dryer's food deliveries. Join me next time to see these 3 chicks develop into beautiful young barn owls. They learn to stand, pounce, and flap their wings. And Jean Thorpe joins me as they get their BTO identification rings. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to see more. Here's a taste of what you'll enjoy seeing on this channel.